The Alpha Sessions with Emma Joyce.
You're listening to The Alpha Sessions and we're here with Lucy Wroe. Hello.
Hello again.
Hello again. You've, of course, just been taking on the role of presenter and interviewer for The Alpha Sessions. So it's kind of weird to be back switched the other way round. What did it feel like to be on the other side?
Do you know what? It's really nice. I learned a lot.
I
learned a lot. But it's just like, I thought I was going to be terrified. In the beginning, I was probably quite terrified. But then when you get into a flow, don't you? And you sort of have like a system. And it's just nice chatting with people.
Wait, you have a system?
Oh, yeah. I have like a format. I never follow it, though. It's just like, it puts my mind at ease, knowing that if I panic, I can look at it and be like, point number 3.
Crash mat?
Yeah.
I like to see it as a crash mat.
Exactly, that's what it is. But yeah, it's nice just chatting with people, isn't it?
Absolutely. Which side do you prefer? I feel like that's a really difficult question.
That is a difficult question. It depends on the day.
Yeah.
But today, this side.
Fair enough. Have you picked up on other techniques that artists have used, and have you felt the need to adopt them, I guess?
In terms of promotion and social media, absolutely. I'm still not that good at social media and like keeping it on top of it. I just don't even think about it. Like,
you are though, because one of the first things you said to me when we met this morning was, "I must do that Instagram post."
But I meant to post that yesterday morning.
Okay.
So like,
I was like, wow, she's really on it.
I shouldn't have admitted that.
You could have definitely got away with that.
Yeah. But I've met a lot of people that are just on top of it. Like they just share everything in their lives, but not in like an intrusive way. Just like they have that natural inclination to be on a train and just like take a little video. Like Natalie Shea, Leah G's on it with her social media stuff. And I think with the releases coming up, we had to make we got this artwork and we had to like animate it, and Tom learned how to Photoshop some, like pick out bits of the artwork and like just shuffle them, because I learned from a lot of people that you need that visual stimulation with the music. Because before, when I had the other EP out, I just put the artwork or the picture and it was just still with the song in the background, and it's just like didn't work. People don't care about it. It's nothing to grab.
I think they do, but they
don't look or listen for as long as if it was a video. So we made these like little clips that just have a little bit of movement on. That's definitely something I picked up. The biggest thing I picked up is just like little details, adding visual stimulation and clips, and just regular posting. We actually bought a calendar specifically for social media posting, because I just can't remember
as in one that you pin up on your wall?
Yeah, it's on the fridge. It's got dogs on it, and it has a little like post the want you back video with this and all the details on it. And then we send it over, and but social media, definitely I'm trying to get on it, thanks to all the people that I've met who are already on it.
Good. Which bit did you enjoy the most
about being a presenter? Being nosy, being able to just ask anything. Sometimes being risky, like, because you write a lot of questions out and you think, I'll go for the main points, but then you ask one, you think, I don't know if they're going to want to answer that, but I'm going to ask it anyway. I like those.
You can just say that you can ask anything you want, and then just be like, it was it's part of my research.
Exactly.
Exactly.
People go with it. It's like when you walk into a place with a ladder, you can get anywhere.
It's true, actually. A ladder and a high vis.
If you're sitting there, like the way you hold your headphones on and your mic, you can ask me anything, and I feel like I'm obliged to answer.
Oh, I might take advantage of that. So you've got a brand new single out.
Yes.
What's it called?
It's called Want You Back.
And what's it about?
It's deeper than I anticipated, but it's on the surface, it's kind of just, I just want people to feel good, I want people to dance, quite poppy and dancey, which is far from the stuff I used to do. I used to be more folky, but Want You Back is like a self-reflection kind of thing, and it comes at the end of a relationship or a bout of relationships where you finally stop seeing anyone and you feel like you need to kind of reconnect and just take some time.
So you want yourself back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As opposed to someone else?
Yes.
Interesting.
And I liked that it was open, because to me that's what it means. But if anybody was, thinking about somebody else and they wanted somebody back, then they can also relate to it that way. So, but to me it's like I'm kind of talking to myself.
And it's based on a personal experience?
Yeah, I guess so. It's like 3 years ago.
Okay.
I came up to uni. When I came to London, basically, and you meet a lot of new people, and it was quite a change. There was quite a change. I got quite detached from a lot of things, And then last year, when I wrote this, it was sort of like me getting back to a good place, I think, especially after the pandemic and everything, and it all just piled up, and I feel like I changed quite a lot, and now I'm centered. I'm trying my best to be centered. Want you the one who tried to fix me when I wasn't even broke yet, I'm undone. I spent another year pretending that I didn't need to be part of the fun. And now I'm spiraling in circles, waiting for the love you took from me to come. All of the answers that I couldn't see are flooding in, they tell me not to run. I was saying I want you back, I want you back, I want you back again. Saying I want you back, I want you back, I want you back again. And I try to be a messenger, I try to be a passenger to love. I was saying I want you back, I want you back, I want you back again. Saying I want you back, I want you back, I want you back again. And I try to be a messenger, I try to be a passenger to love. All of the lines I drew and waded through, I fell upon a bridge that I can't cross. Trying to second guess another feeling, why can't I just let myself get lost? Now I'm spiraling in circles, waiting for the love you took from me to come. All of the answers that I never needed flooding in, they tell me I'm not done. I was saying I want you back, I want you back, I want you back again. Saying I want you back, I want you back, I want you back again. And I try to be a messenger, and I try to be a passenger, love. I was saying I want you back, I want you back, I want you back again. Saying I want you back, I want you back, I want you back again. And I try to be a messenger, and I try to be a passenger, love. I was saying I want you back, I want you back, I want you back again. I want you back, I want you back, I want you back again. And I try to be a messenger, and I try to be a passenger to love.
The Alpha Sessions with Emma Joyce.
Since we spoke last time, and also including the single that you're about to release, your sound has changed. I think it sounds amazing. But it sounds very different to, like you said before, less folky, more kind of poppy, dancey, get yourself moving. What was your thinking behind this? Was it an intentional decision?
I don't think it was intentional, I just started working with a lot more people.
Okay.
I think that's when it happened. Like when I was quite a solitary writer, and I had my guitar, and I just sort of sat, and things happened that way. And then they ended up just always being acoustic and solo. Yeah. But then when I opened up a bit more to being more confident writing with other people, their influences came in, and then so I didn't write these chords. Tom Berry wrote these chords, and I was famously making a macaroni cheese one night, and he was playing with the the chords and adding layers, and I started writing it in the kitchen while I was just cooking away. So yeah, I think it's just working with people who bring other things to the table, and then it's such a launch pad, because it's much more inspirational to have something that you didn't write. And I didn't think I'd ever be that way, but yeah, I like this kind of music now. I like being this.
So was it after you created that sound that you thought, right, I need to find a band now?
It was before that, actually. I think the band came first. Okay. The band came when I had a gig to play, and it was at this little festival in Winchester. So it was quite a big stage, and I was really excited about it. Turned out they didn't have a drum kit and we didn't have a drum kit, so I couldn't even take the band. But that was when I formed it and I like put all the feelers out and they came together. And yeah, being around them, because they're all producers as well and they play all sorts of instruments. So definitely they came first and then we all started working together.
Yeah.
And being able to practice with them, with my music and putting the music with the band, it's like changed everything.
I can imagine. Now that you've come so far that way, in that direction, is it weird sort of stripping back? Because we had, obviously, you played some songs acoustically for us, and this was a chat that we had off air in terms of like going for like full sound back to Lucy and her guitar.
Yeah, it's quite nice though. It's quite nice because I don't connect with that side very much anymore. I'm more of like when I perform, I've stopped playing guitar on stage and I miss it.
Yeah.
But I just perform better when I don't have it. So it was nice to like play guitar again, to be honest.
Was it a bit nerve-wracking?
Yeah. I wrote the chords out for one of them because I genuinely have just never played it on guitar. And I had to sit this morning and frantically like try and piece it together again because I just sort of needed to get back into it. But it's definitely nice coming back to the guitar thing. I'll probably come back around to it.
Would you do some more stripped back shows, or is it kind of all the way with the full sound now?
I think I would miss the full sound. I would miss having them, even just like having their presence behind me on the stage, being able to like turn around and have a bit of a groove, and they're just playing away.
It might get lonely.
Exactly, the stage is going to feel way too big.
Yeah,
but I'd definitely do more solo shows because I'll always have that side just in my back pocket.
You've done tons of gigs already this year. What's it been like gigging so regularly after this post-pandemic craziness?
It's amazing. I think it's my favourite thing now is gigging. And before that, weirdly, it wasn't. Or maybe not weirdly, but I was more of a writer, sit in my room and just like make the music. And then I'm a studio person. And the gigs when I was solo weren't my favourite part. And I don't know why that was. But now I think having the band, again, this band is
because you've got someone to share it with. Or
exactly.
People to share it with.
Yeah. And their people come and watch. And it's just,
So more gigs.
Definitely more gigs. The more gigs, the better. We're trying to book as many as we can.
Yeah.
And of course, my friends from Germany recently came over rooftop.
Yes.
And we did some gigs with them, which was amazing because that was like the shows felt even bigger.
That was going to be my next question.
Oh, really? I'm on
it. So you've been hanging out with them. You've been working with them.
Yeah, having just like more musical people around.
Yeah.
And being able to hang out, and even like we do the gigs, but then the bits in between as well. Like we went back to my home city, Winchester, and played a gig there. But we dropped all our stuff at the venue and then just walked around Winchester. It's just nice having them around.
Yeah.
And I did a collaboration with them on stage at our gig last
cool.
week in New Cross.
Yeah.
I went up and did a Cranberry song. And
nice.
It was just great.
Would you consider writing together?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have to pose a question because they're going back to Germany, but we're going to do some remote.
Yeah, you could so do that on like online.
Definitely.
Loads of people do that.
I love their music.
So good. You also interviewed them as part of your role as presenter for the Alpha Sessions.
Yeah, that when was that? It was like last September or something.
Yeah,
or November. Yeah, that was weird, but it was nice because it's like talking to your friends.
Yeah.
It's a shame they couldn't come down this time, but
next time, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, we'll get them back in.
Yeah. You've also been doing some late night tape covers.
Yes.
How's that going?
We need to do more, I think. We got into a flow of it,
yeah,
and then just stopped because we'd started doing gigs, and then Rooftop came over. But yeah, they're really nice. Doing the tape machine is like just makes everything a bit more interesting for us because we get to set a load of stuff, play around with it, and gives it like the saturation that you get on proper tape.
So cool. What is it that makes you pick a cover for the tape machine?
Actually,
specifically?
we did Jolene.
Yeah,
and I think that was that the first one we did or the second one?
I think the first.
What else did we do? Fleetwood Mac, didn't we?
Yeah, you did Rhiannon.
Oh, Rhiannon, yeah, that was actually a suggestion from you guys.
Yeah.
Somebody, yeah.
But, okay, apart from us making suggestions, how else do you think of covers?
Well, Jolene came from... I played a gig with Tom that was on New Year's Eve. We went down to Winchester, played in a little pub, and we did that as like an acoustic stripped-back version. Yeah. And then when we had this idea for the tape cover thing, that was the first one that came to mind because it was our favourite of that night. Cool. So, yeah, it just worked out nicely, just the way it feels. It's very relaxed, and, yeah, I love the melodies in that one.
So more to come?
Hopefully, yeah. We're getting busy with all sorts of things, with release and everything, so maybe take it back on the tape covers. But when we get a chance, it's always nice to just put one out there.
Okay.
It's a nice thing to do. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, send them our way.
Yeah, get in touch. Let us know.
Yeah.
You have also played a live track for us called Far Too High,
Yeah.
which sounds amazing.
Thanks.
Talk to us about what that's about.
Far Too High is kind of just like raw passion. It's kind of just like a really full on. It's the early stages. So Want You Back is the end of relationships where you just they're putting them all behind you and reflecting on that. But Far Too High is the very beginning
Of the relationship.
a relationship where it's all kind of physical and passionate in that way. But it's sort of like the reason it's far too high is because it's like just on the edge of being a bit too much, which is where the decline starts to happen into like getting too involved in everything. So it's almost too much, basically. Too hard, it's one lie. It's a case of what's yours is never mine. We're too far apart in space and time, in the place of what we were when we were fine. Far too high in love this night. Far too high in love this time. Full stop. I don't know how to try, 'cause you mean too much. I've seen the way you catch my eye. Full stop. I don't know what to buy, 'cause I feel so much in the way that you smile and the way that you cry. Now I'm caught up in the middle, and it could be my mistake. I'm fading into yesterday, but I should run away. Far too high in love this night. Far too high in love this time. Far too high in love this night. Far too high in love this time.
The Alpha Sessions with Emma Joyce.
And you're doing your residency down in Winchester.
I had to stop doing that. They've started renovating. I know. I did September to December.
Okay.
Regularly, and it was really nice playing piano, and it's something really different as well. Being able to just like do loads of covers, have the piano there. It's very relaxed.
Yeah.
And just nice to get home as well. See my dog.
Nice bit of regularity.
But yeah, I don't know when I'll get back to doing that. But I've got more weddings and stuff booked in for the summer instead of that residency. But I hope I can get back to them eventually.
I hope you can.
Because it was nice.
Yeah, it's good. So talk to us about what's next for you this year.
Well, I've got an EP dropping. So we've had Want You Back, the single, came out on the 4th of March. And that was kind of preceding this EP. Okay. A very small EP of 4 songs.
So that was the launch pad.
Yeah.
Okay.
An EP is coming out on the 18th of March.
Amazing.
It's called Same World, which is another one of the songs I did here. And it's basically, we were talking about the relationship thing. The whole EP tracks the movement from the beginnings of your, like, the relationships when it starts to blossom into Far Too High, where it's all really passionate, physical, but it gets too much and you get too invested. And then there's Closer to Home, which I think I performed for you last time.
Yeah, great
so
song.
That's the third one. And that's where it's all falling apart and you don't really know how to deal with each other because you just don't know how you feel about yourself anymore.
So it's kind of, the EP's kind of its own story in itself.
Yeah, and I didn't even mean for that to happen.
Yeah.
I don't think it just sort of, all the songs came together. I think Same World we wrote in March last year, so a whole year has gone by.
Yeah.
And then Far Too High literally the week after, and then Closer to Home the week after that.
Okay.
So it is like subconsciously I meant for it to be like a journey.
Yeah.
So maybe
cool.
maybe it just fell into place like that.
And why is it called Same World?
Well, Same World was the first one we wrote, and that was the first time we had this sound. It was more produced, jazzier. And it was going to be the single, I think, back in summer, and we thought we'd just put it out. But then these other songs started coming up. So originally Same World was just the project. So we figured that we just stick with that because it always feels like the firm title. Yeah.
So people can get hold of that from March 18th.
Yes. And Want
So
You Back is out
exciting.
at the moment already on everything. But yeah, it's on its way.
How are you feeling about that being released?
Quite anxious.
Yeah.
Because it's my first release since my debut, like my proper big release since my debut in 2020.
Wow, okay. So
In
2
July.
years.
Yeah, from July 2020, so nearly 2 years gone by. And this one feels a lot more like I believe in it more. That sounds bad, but like the first time I was sort of testing the water, I didn't know what I needed to do, and it was all a bit, I don't know, just I felt younger, but. This one
You've
really
matured like a cheese.
Like a good cheese. Exactly. Exactly. But I want this EP to do better because I don't know, I believe in it more. I connect with it more.
Okay.
I think.
Oh wait, a cheese or a fine wine? Or both?
Both, they go together well.
This is true. So now that you have matured like a cheese and a fine wine, I wanted to ask you about collaborations because your sound has changed a little bit, which I imagine means your influences have probably changed, or you've picked up sounds from different places to how you did before. Would you say that was the case?
I've definitely listened to a lot more. We're talking about 80s influences, and I've always had the 80s influence in there, but I've never actually written with it. But yeah, having this more like produced tech that we've got going on, and having more people involved, it's definitely getting a bit more like that. But do you know what? I listened to Jessie Ware. She put an album out 2020 or 2021 called What's Your Pleasure? And I just love it. I love that album. And it's got this kind of sound. It's all sort of silky and smooth, but it's more disco, her stuff. But I'm kind of like partnering that with Haim. And I've never properly listened to Haim before.
Jessie Ware versus Haim.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah, because you've got like the vocal harmonies and everything. That I do get from Haim, I think, with the really close harmony, and I love that, and they're very catchy and poppy, but then the sort of smooth disco-y jazzy stuff is from Jessie Ware.
Nice.
So yeah, a lot more influences definitely coming in this one.
Cool. Now that you've also sat in the other seat, do you have any new music recommendations apart from Reef Talk?
Oh wow, that is a good question. Wow, that's tricky. I have to think about that. I don't know. I mean, do you know what, actually? A band, I don't know if they've got anything out, a band I played with at New Cross, they're between me and Roof Talk, called In the Trunk. And I'd never listened to this stuff before.
Trunk?
In the Trunk.
As in, like, American word for boot?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think. I assume. But
or elephant's trunk.
Exactly, it could be anything. But I didn't know what to expect, and they went up, and they're kind of like, they were crazy, but in a good way. So it was a lot of noise. There's 6 of them. And they were, but it was good noise. Like it was well organised chaos, but in like a dream pop. If you've ever listened to dream pop or shoegazy type stuff.
Oh, cool.
And then randomly, the guy playing guitar would just do this like blood curdling scream, like cut through everything. It was crazy. And then they had a female vocalist as well, that was doing harmonies and octaves, and they're just really interesting. So
In the Trunk.
more people should check out In the Trunk.
Okay, noted. I will do that. Cool. Well, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me back. I do love it here.
Just to remind everyone that doesn't know you and your music
Yes.
and where to find you online, where can they go? What can they do?
So I've got a website,
Yeah.
lucywroe.com.
Yeah.
Or I'm most active on Instagram at Lucy Wroe Music, and everywhere else at Lucy Wroe Music or Lucy Wroe. And my surname is Wroe, if anybody's listening. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's been a long time coming, but I could have seen you from miles away. I could have seen you from outer space. And you could spend a lifetime running, but you're taking it on today. Yeah, you're taking me on today. When the stars fell from the sky, I'm hoping that tonight you'll take me on this ride. I know you can do this right. I'm hoping, but my hands are tied. I'm hoping, 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 hoping. You told me I wouldn't want you, but I do. And you are hoping I'd be jumping in, but it's all on you. Now the ocean's turning tide to keep our daydreams satisfied. And now you know what I like, yeah. Hold me forever. We're in the same world when we're together. We're in the same world, it's now or never. We're in the same world. Hold me forever. We're in the same world when we're together. We're in the same world, it's now or never. Same world. Hold me forever. We're in the same world when we're together. We're in the same world, it's now or never. We're in the same world. Hold me forever. We're in the same world when we're together. We're in the same world, it's now or never. We're in the same world.